Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going over all the potential PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X restocks all going on throughout today. Now, as I've kind of been giving you guys a little bit of a heads up on all throughout the week, we've had a pretty chill and pretty nothing super crazy news-wise when it comes to a lot of these different types of restocks and news. So right now we're kind of just going through the motions, we're kind of just chilling and kind of seeing what we can go and pull on off and see what places are getting stocked. Now, we have quite a few, I guess, occasional updates too as well with it. So as we keep on going through all throughout these days, well, hopefully you guys just keep on going and getting your stock. So, one very big thing to kind of go and note is that, like I said, if we've been doing a little bit more chilling on that, hopefully that'll mean we'll have a lot more better stocks in the near future. And also hopefully a better haircut in the near future too as well, because I don't know what's going on with this still. Same with the coughing, same with everything else. So if anything, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below. I'll cover that up too as well. We have the Target links down below. Keep on checking those on up. And the Twitter and Twitch if you guys want to go and follow and hang out there either way. So let's go dive in the video itself if you guys would like. So with this, as you guys have probably been hearing me say this a lot throughout these past few days, Target has been the major whammy jammy. Target's been the big focus. It makes sense. We've been seeing people getting their pictures. We've been seeing people getting the hookup. We've been seeing people getting their checkouts. We've been seeing people finally getting their everything. At the end of the day, we do keep on seeing a lot more stock. Target, if you guys watch our videos the past 2 days or so, Target's been a major big play. And also don't forget, Fridays usually have been pretty good days too as well, notoriously. We didn't see too much though on Wednesday, Thursday, which stinks, but at least on Friday we might have a chance to see a little bit more. When it does come with stock though, it does look pretty not bad. Now, when it comes to everything we're watching for this, be on the lookout. We have, as we kind of covered before, been seeing slightly earlier and kind of weirder and sporadic Target drops too as well. So we've been seeing sometimes at like 3 in the morning, which I'm not going to tell you guys to stay up at 3 in the morning to go and try to find a console for a big maybe. It's not worth it. But we still have been seeing a lot more of the Target stores getting their extra stock available at around the usual time, which we'll put that more at around like the 7 o'clock, like right before stores open, like 6 o'clock, 5, like that range or so. We also have been seeing a lot more on like the pre-closing, so like right before stores are actually opening, we've been seeing a lot more stock with them floating around, getting stock, going from there. So at the end of the day, at least this looking and feeling pretty good. Now for some other little things be on the lookout for is on the PlayStation 5 digital side. We still haven't seen any Target do any PS5 digitals. All the ones we keep on seeing are more on the PS5 Horizon disc side too as well, so keep that in mind. But when it comes to stock, we have been seeing a lot more employees confirming stock. We've had employees now confirming that they're also sitting on stock. And we've also seen like leaks and other rumors of like stock actually arriving. So when it does come to all of our consoles, please be on the lookout. So we've also been seeing that some places are not, like they have the stock. We covered this, I think, yesterday, where we've had like people reaching out and stating that they have stock. Like the employees, like they have it in the warehouse room and back room, which we've seen a lot of times, even like maybe like a year ago or so, when like the restocks are kind of still like more on the super hidden side. And as we were seeing that, sometimes they'll sit on stock for a while. So even if we don't see too much, or even if your own local stores don't get stock today, keep on checking throughout this weekend probably, and keep on checking throughout these next few, probably the next, I'd say, week. As you guys usually know, stores, kind of like the Best Buys and such, kind of seem like they do have like around like a 2-week or so cycle. And this kind of seems like we're kind of like nice in the right little smack dab in the middle of this Target cycle. So keep that in mind and keep on checking your stores. Now as well, when it comes to Best Buy, we also have been once again seeing people that are now picking up their Best Buy consoles. So there's going to be a combination of like 3 things. Best Buy is overdue for an online drop. Keep that, actually not that overdue for an online drop, something like 2 weeks, but like it's a little overdue because we have been seeing stock arrivals and like stuff showing up, which is nice. We do like seeing that. It's good stuff. So that number 1, first and foremost, big things, big news, big everything. We like seeing that. We like seeing the hookup, all around good stuff. Now the part 2 of that, when it comes to stock, is that we've also going to probably see some folks who just do not, for some odd reason, maybe they got a drop from, say, Walmart, maybe they got a hookup from Amazon, maybe they just forgot about it, maybe they just don't have the money for it, whatever it may be, we have been seeing a little bit more on the chiller side. So, when it does come to stock movement with all of that, there's always a chance they have leftover stock, and that would probably put the Best Buy consoles towards the like the redo. So I might actually make a separate video on that to remind folks maybe in a few more days as like the wind down time, it lands a little bit longer or like lasts a little bit less longer. But when it does come to stock with that, We'll be watching stuff, we'll be seeing stuff, we'll see how it kind of goes. We can kind of go from there. And then, well, lastly, too, we have still been seeing very small, sporadic amounts of apparently the SKUs being picked on up, like using the app glitch and seeing stuck with that. So these are all still on the Horizon bundle side. We still haven't been seeing too much on the normal PlayStation 5 console side, too, as well, so let's keep that in mind. But as we mentioned, Target still kind of seems like the big boy, and then Best Buy is looking like kind of the big boy to itself. So throughout these weeks, still getting stock with it. Now, a little bit of a quick side note, too, if you guys missed the video on it. We did actually have some huge Final Fantasy announcements yesterday. So if you guys missed that, go and check those trailers out. There was a Crisis Core one, so that was kind of cool, you know, whatever. Like, that's going to be going on throughout this winter. But the big one is the Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 announcement, which was kind of somewhat pretty heavily rumored, I'd say. But that was actually announced as of last night, too. And it's also, I think, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So it's looking pretty good. So if you guys missed those trailers, just a quick little, like, nudge, go check them on out for that. Or just check out yesterday's video if you guys want to see it as well. We did go talk about it, so it's all for that. But other little news, too, is when it comes to the PlayStation at Amazon. Now, when it comes to Amazon, don't forget, and that's why we keep on always have the links down below, same with the Target links, is that the invitations are out. So we've been seeing, like, I think throughout this past, like, 10-day period, I think we've seen 3 new additional waves of PlayStations and PlayStation stock showing on up. So if you guys want to be on the lookout, keep on checking stuff on up. We have been seeing some good stuff with that, good hookups with that. So, you know, at the end of the day, at least we have something going on. We have some sort of stock. We have some sort of good news. We have some sort of movement going on with it. So, it's not the best because obviously we want more of those invites and we want more people getting their consoles and everything. But at the end of the day, it's also like, what can you kind of go and do? But as we've been seeing some more of them, hopefully, because it's been a few days, they'll have maybe a new additional wave stocks coming out, and a lot more folks will get their consoles, and life will be good, and we can kind of go from there, which is, you know, it just sounds nice. We like getting consoles. When it comes to everything else, Walmart. Walmart hasn't done anything. They usually have been more on the Thursday restock dates, as I'm sure you guys know. There's always that chance they could work in maybe something YOLO throughout today, but kind of doubt it. A lot of the Targets, or while the Walmarts are still having stock issues, we may do a separate video and give you guys more coverage on that throughout the day possibly, so be on the lookout for that, especially if you guys know someone who was affected or got a console yourself with it. But we'll probably not be seeing too much in Walmart. GameStop. As we've been mentioned throughout the week, we haven't really been seeing too much, almost anything with them. We haven't seen too much of them doing tweets. We haven't seen too many in stores. We haven't pretty much seen almost kind of anything. So I do think they're kind of both just on the more chiller side, relaxing side. But as I've mentioned, we've been seeing a lot more on. It does kind of stink because Targets are always like, depends on the area, depends on the stock, depends if you get lucky, depends if they're botted, depends on whatever. But at least we have been seeing those. When it comes to also the PS Directs, we did not go and see any PS Direct emails floating around, and still, weirdly enough, we didn't really see too much on the online, or on the open side too, which kind of stinks. Like, I kind of wish we can have a chance to see stock, get some stock, and go from there. I guess, you know, what can you go and do? So we're watching that still closely. And online was pretty much the only kind of big spot kind of throughout this week that was also doing any online drops, so we're probably not going to see them too much throughout today. Costco could still have a nice little chance, and they also have not done any Horizon bundles as of yet. When it does come to Sam's Club 2, I'd almost maybe still want to bump them up a little bit. We have still seen the occasional Sam's Club bundles flopping around, so be on the lookout for that in case you guys would like, just for the general stock and bundles. Xbox overdue too as well. When it does come to everything else too, Newegg's, don't forget about them for their day-to-day shuffles, and we're still waiting for the overdue, like, say, Dells, Horizons, and everything else too as well, floating around. So, interesting stuff when it comes to that, interesting stuff in stock, interesting stuff in everything overall, kind of intriguing stuff for that. Now, as well for walk-ins, we haven't really seen still too much walk-ins throughout this week. I'd probably still say this weekend might be nicer, mainly because we didn't see too much. We saw a little bit last weekend. It's kind of been like on, off, on, off. So I'm going to try my best to get some good information for you guys for this weekend and weekend drops and kind of go from there. Same thing for, like, say, military, for their online, overdue. Same with their also in stores, overdue. And we keep on saying, like, Kroger's, Fred Meyer's, and Smith's. All of those for the online drops are very, very overdue. Same with Myers. middle overdue. We've been seeing, we saw some rumors and stuff with it. Same with Staples as well. We've been seeing some rumors and some information with it for their bundles, but nothing super crazy or big. And then same with the BJ's wholesalers too as well. We haven't been seeing too much with it. So we're going to be watching to see if there's going to be anything good throughout the day. Hopefully we'll get something good. Hopefully get some sort of good like news. But if it's Friday and chiller, at least we'll probably prep up for next week to be slightly a little bit better. So kind of give me your thoughts and comments down below as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, as well for the signups, Target and Twitter and Twitch stream down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching.